Hello and welcome to Everquest. Today I wanted to do something kind of different. These are all my characters, and I wanted to kind of talk about them, I guess, because I've gotten a few comments here and there on a few of the videos. Don't talk about a class you don't play. Don't talk about anything you don't play, right? So this is Nomregard, my 120 in Necromancer. And you can see all my other characters here. There's some gnomes down on the floor, and I'm gonna go through them all and whatnot, and kind of show everybody and what they all are. We're in my guild hall right now, and not all these characters are active anymore. I've been going through all my accounts and deactivating. That's why I don't play. Like Yurdi here, my 120 Shadow Knight, because she used to be Yurd on Bristlebane, but the Yurd was taken here, so I went with Yurdi for my World of Warcraft character. But let's just go through them and talk about them. So this is Nomregard, my Necromancer. He's 120. The reason why I don't make a lot of videos on him is, as you can see, his bags are full. No matter what I do, his bags get full. This was just his junk, right? Like, I send all the junk from all my characters to Nomregard, and I sell it, and I make money. I usually turn it into Chrono. I was doing that for Jelinek. That's why a lot of my characters, like my 120 Cleric here's naked, my 120 Beast Lord's naked, and my 120 Warrior is naked, just because I wanted Chrono so I could get my jewel crafting up on Jelinek. Probably a bad idea, but I should have just bought the Chrono, honestly. It would have been less effort on my part. But let's go through some of these characters, and I'll kind of talk about them. And if anybody has any questions, let me know. But I stopped playing most of the 120s around early Terror of Luckland, so they leveled to 120, and then I got bored. I think I started playing Tawani, or it was Jelinek that kind of got involved. So yeah. So first up, Kedka is Tawani. Here's Zerd. Zerd is my Shadow Knight that I play now. He's on a different account, obviously, than the other Shadow Knight, but he's on he was a part of the Sons of Thule series, which I still plan to bring back, but I've just, like, as you can see, he's got all of the junk that Tawani looted, and I just sent it to her because your Zerd is a quick and easy name to type, right? So just send all that over, so his bags are full, and I just haven't had a chance to go back and start recording, so I'll have another 120 Shadow Knight at some point, just I haven't gotten to it. And then he's gonna be my main Shadow Knight. I'm trying to cut my accounts down to less than 10 gold, and all the certain ones got cut. Kedka, and there's another Shaman on this account. I believe it's like Yuts or Yucks or something like that. He's part of that one's a part of the Sons of Thule series. But Kedka is the Shaman that I have with Tawani in the Tawani series right there. So just that's, another Shaman. You'll see a trend here. And then here we have Nilv, which is the Bard for the Tawani series. On this account also is Stockholm, the Bard for the Sons of Thule series. And I don't think there's anything else on these accounts right now. I'm planning another series that will use these ones because I'm trying to overlap them, but for the most part, see here, what was this? This is Stassi, my 120 druid. She's like kind of like Nomregard, right? I use her for trade skill stuff, right? I do the trade skills on Nomregard, and I take Stassi to go for wherever I need to go, right? I go to, was it Stratos Crow or whatever it is, Stratos? I don't know, whatever the Burning Lands place. I bought a bunch of leather belts so I could make belts. Quite a process. I've been slowly upgrading her gear. I think she's got yeah, like Lucklonite, tier 3 scimitar, and the shield, and a few of the group items that I got when I used to do the missions and stuff in Terra of Lucklin. But I think a lot of her stuff is Velium threaded, so the tier 3 COV stuff, which I think was hand-me-down stuff from some of my other characters, but she's not really geared yet right now. Yeah, tier 2. I think this was COV or TOV. Can't even remember which one this one was, so it's not that great a gear. I'll eventually fix it. I did kind of do like a transmog thing for her. I kind of like the white arm, or the icy arms with the ebon armor. I thought that was kind of cool. But it's, you know, it's a druid, and I plan on playing, you know, with Nomergard. If I ever get Nomergard's inventory cleared again, I do plan on playing him. But you know, it isn't. So you know, I have a whole 120 druid. I got all kinds of macros and stuff set up, and I'm not gonna do any guide videos on these characters right now. I'm working on a 120 Necromancer guide video that's a little bit more in detail than I do for anything else, and it is quite time consuming. So if there's, you know, requests for guide videos and stuff, I can do those for these certain classes, but it'll be a while. Let's see here, and then Nomergard, here's him again. He, you know, 120 Necromancer, fairly geared out. I think he's all in like tier 3. Yeah, tier 3 Terra Lucklin. I haven't done much in Night of Shadows. I did get this earring here. This is the grade trade skill pet class earring. So you know, that gives me enhanced minion 30. So it's pretty nice. Makes my pets stronger. I need to get another one for the mage, which is this is 20. So 20 is my monk, probably one of my favorite characters right now. The monk that I use in all of the 20 series and stuff like that. And yeah, she's geared with Reign of Fear. No, this is Reign of Fear gear. So she's going through that. I think I made a video on how to make the armor, stuff like that. So she's doing progression through all those expansions. Hopefully we get her 120 soon. I don't have another 120 monk, so there's a lot of learning for me there. Let's see here. Who's this? This is my 120 mage. She used to be called Soldatna on Bristlebane. She was in that series with Yurd on when I did one of my original playthroughs on Bristlebane, but I moved her over to Throne of Ice so I could strip her of all her armor and whatnot. But she's actually kind of still got a few things on her. Some of these augs and stuff I need to move around, but you know, Velium threaded. I think that's tier 3. Tier 3 COV armor, so the 115 armor, yeah. I think there's some of my characters have the other one, the tier 3 from TOV, but I've been putting it all up for auction. Like everything on this character is gonna go up for auction at some point when I move it all to Terra of Lucklin or Night of Shadows armor. Probably whatever Nomergard's armor will go to this character because I kind of group them together. But you know, 120 mage, you know, a bunch of macros. I play it as a boxed character when I play it with Nomergard and Stassi. Kind of like how I did the Voxel and Stassi series, kind of the same concept there. But you know, it is what it is. It's a fun character, undergeared, obviously, which is a hindrance, honestly. Serious hindrance when you're undergeared, trying to do things. Let's see who's next here. That's Zerd. Okay, Yurik. This is my level 88 Beast Lord. I'm trying to remember what an Arc Animist was. I was like, what the heck? So yeah, this guy was the terror of the Verant Ogre Beast Lord, and then I was trying to consolidate series, and I turned him into an Ixar to join the Sons of Thule, and then I just stopped playing the Sons of Thule. I've actually been using this guy to farm TOV, and specifically the Halls of Testing. So if you can see here, I have like a billion tiers and a billion symbols, and I just go and kill all the dragons, all the drakes, get everything dead, and it only takes a few minutes with a Beast Lord. And I've been trying to make Best in Slot Velius gear to twink out my level 1 characters for a new series I'm working on. So his bags are full, and I haven't really played him that much. I plan on it. I'm actually considering turning him back into an ogre and going ahead and redoing the Terror of the Verant series that I was doing as a solo Beast Lord, because I find it interesting. The more I mess around with certain things, I find it more interesting, right? Playing as a solo Beast Lord versus a boxed in, the Sons of Thule, where I have to move around the Shadow Knight, I have to move around the Bard. That's just going to become annoying for me. And then just playing one character is really fun, so I might do that. I haven't decided yet, so surprise if that happens. Let's see who's next. Voxel. This was my my Necromancer on Veronavi. He's got a bunch of junk on him right now. I don't even know. I sold all his gear before I moved him over. And then I just gave him stuff like he's got Gauntlets of Dragon Slaying, Ring of Destruction, Zandakar's Heart, Essence of Nature. He's like best in slot, honestly. I've been trying to figure out how to reboot this series, because I do need to move him off the account he's on. He's on the account that I had a Ranger on for the Holdridge series that I was doing. And I don't need that account anymore, but I want to keep Voxel, so I've been trying to think of ways to reboot that whole Voxel and Stassi series. And I think I finally figured it out, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer before I bite the bullet on that one, because it's time consuming to two characters. And let's see here. And let's see, what is this one? This is Nilix, my 120 Bard. She is mostly stripped of stuff. I use her for farming mostly at this point, but I don't think she has an active account at the moment, or I canceled it. It's still got a few days, for a few months left, because I pay yearly. But she's got the Velium threaded. Kind of stopped playing her. Kind of the same, right? Like at the end of oh no, the beginning of Terror of Lucklin, I stopped playing a lot of these characters to do other things. But yeah, not the greatest gear. But she's she's quite capable of going and farming anything I need when I need it. Like if I farmed Vexthal a few times, and I use a Bard to do that, because you need a Bard or a Rogue to open the doors, and Bards run really fast, so it just saves time. And I put a lot of effort into this character. I tried to learn a lot, but I never, like, I've optimized it, right? So from this character to, I think it was Stockholm was my next Bard that I use in the Sons of Thule, and then to I already forgot her, Nilv. This character was named Nilv before, but I changed it to Nilx because I wanted the name on this character. But as I got to this one, the optimization of the boxed quote-unquote Bard has really picked up. You can see here, like, the hotbar is significantly different than her hotbar, right? I got burns set up, I got mezzes set up. I can control a lot with this Bard versus the other Bards. And, I can definitely switch those macros over, but I already canceled the account, so I don't really care. Let's see, where does she go? Yeah, but I just use her for farming. I think she has a trader on the account that I keep going. just to try to sell all the junk. Like all these characters, right? Playing all these things, loving them all up. I get a lot of junk, and not junk, but like stuff to sell. And so I'm constantly selling stuff. Like she's got money, whatnot, and just trying to, so I can buy more spells and more stuff for all the other characters and stuff like that. And thing I'm into now is I'm trying to buy raid loot for Nomergard, so he's kind of a little bit beefier and stuff like that. And then I plan on buying a raid loot for Tawani, which they do sell here on Verona Vice, so it's very nice. And then all the gear on this character is going to get sold off as soon as she becomes a silver account and can't use it. I just haven't done it yet because it's still usable. And then once it, like, it's all prestige, and that's the problem. Like, prestige gear you can't use, right? So, I might drop it down to like one of these other characters, but not sure at the moment. Let's see here. I think you're next. Who are you? Viva X. So, Viva was the name of my enchanter. And if you remember from Yellonak, I have another enchanter named Viva. Same account. When I moved that character over, I changed the name because I have a level 1 Viva that I'm going to use in a series. But this is my 120 version. Her hotbars aren't set up because I haven't actually played her since I moved from Bristlebane. I mostly just use her for making enchanted conflagrant. Because I'm trying to make a whole full set of conflagrant armor. All the items for my for the Tawani series. And that's just been a process, I'll tell you what. But yeah, 120 Enchanter, it's a fun class. I've done a lot with it. I don't prefer it, right? It's not the same for me anyway. It's not the same as a level 60 enchanter, right? That's some of the comments I get, right? Like, on my duos and my tier ratings, right? Someone gave me shit because I did not rate the enchanter as S tier, because the enchanter is not S tier in anything beyond level 60. At level 70, it's a deep dive. It's becomes way less useful than at level 60, where you can mez things, you can charm things, you can go in Planes of Power, and you can charm a giant that can kill everything and tank everything. It just falls down deeply. It picks up, again around like 85 or 90, but it's still, they nerf it so much that it's not the same thing anymore. So, it is what it is. I made the enchanter because Nomergard needed somebody to enchant stuff for him, and I bought all the enchant abilities and stuff for her and all that stuff. I think she started as a heroic character. That's why she only has a heroic robe. I already sold all her stuff. I think I destroyed all the other heroic stuff, but I couldn't recover it. Otherwise, I'd have her in heroic gear. That's a mistake that I did, but maybe I'll buy her a heroic 100 upgrade or something like that. Just getting free to play friendly armor is a pain, and I'll show you that when I get to my rogue. But yeah, I've played a 120 necro. I mean, not 120 necro, 120 enchanter. I've done that. I don't even know what spells are memorized right now. I know what I'm talking about when I do it, right? You might have different experiences here and there, but I've done it and whatnot. Let's see, who's this? Oh, yeah. So here's Zerx. He's my 120 Shaman. He was from the Yurd series, the original one that I did on Bristlebane, and I moved him over here, and I really haven't done much with him. I've farmed a few things here and there. I got him as I don't even know why the barter window opened up. I got him as what is this, the 2.0? No, this is the 1.5. I got him the 1.5, and then I think I was trying to record it and I messed up and I got mad because I think the audio was all broken, so I was like, I gotta redo it and all that stuff, and I was annoyed. But you know, this is actually one of my original characters from not when I originally played, but a while ago. See here, I think it's played, right? See here, 13-year-old account. He's 17 years old. Earth time. Let's see here. He's only got 44 days played. I wish it said when I made the. I guess I made this character back in 2006. There is another one. I have a. He was a duo with a monk and a bard. Those characters I think I left on Bristlebane. And they're, you know, from the same time. I think it was a trio or a duo. It was a shaman, bard, monk, and whatever 2006 was. That's when I was playing back then. So this is, you know, one of my older characters, but you know, he got cut, and I think his time is slowly dwindling down. I think he's the same account that I had of Zaragon from Yelenak, my shaman from there. And like, he's actually fairly decently geared, right? He's got tier 3 COV armor, if I'm not mistaken. And then he's got some, I think this one's from Zelandikar. This one is from TOV. This one, TOV probably. So he's got some stuff. He's got type 5 Augs, which I'm gonna actually take all of these off of him probably after this video and give them to Nomergard, because I noticed Nomergard's missing a few of those and they're just sitting on this account doing nothing. But yeah, he's got a mix of tier 3 COV group armor and tier 1 tier 2 dropped armor from TOV, and then I think he's got the tier 3 shield. Yeah, nothing too fancy. Like I played him for a while. He's a great character. I mean, he's got decent stats. I mean, he's 55,000, almost 56,000 AA, so he's almost max AA, give or take. So a lot of my characters are all like close to max AA or max AA, or they were max AA when I quit playing them. It just depends. And they, like, I think the Knight of Shadows added a few hundred AA that I'm not gonna have, but you know, there's my 120 Shaman. Let's see who's next. This is Yurdi. I think she was next, yeah. So Yurdi is my 120 Shadow Knight, and she used to be Yurd on Bristlebane, so it's the Shadow Knight from that series. Her bags are just absolutely full of nonsense. All kinds of stuff. Worm Slayer. Just all kinds of cool little items here. I think she had Cobalt Gauntlets, Dagger Monarch. Like, I have one of my, oh yeah, there's the tier 3 sword. She has a Guise of the Deceiver on her. Jeez, one of these guys has my Sleeper's Tomb loot. I got all the items from Sleeper's Tomb on one of these characters. I don't even know. I think Zerd has my Scepters of Destruction on the warrior on his account. But as you can see, this account's expired, right? So I can't wear any of these items. Are all prestige. So, you know, like, it's, the character's useless right now. Like I would play it if I wanted to pay for it, but I don't really want to. And so all the, you know, stuff is pretty much useless. I do have, like, I'm wearing like the transmog or whatever, right? I think she's in like all yeah, I don't think these have like a graphic. Let me see here real quick. This is all Maybe they do have a graphic now. Maybe they didn't before. Yeah, it looks like they have something on them now. I thought they were just plain plate. It should be mostly tier 3. Not Night Shadow. Terror of Luckland gear, yeah. For the most part, it looks like it. There's a few tier 3 COV. I think I didn't replace them, but I had like 50-something ore. So I'm not sure why I didn't. I think I was having a problem at the time getting the materials to make stuff. Like I think it was silk or gems were like a real pain in the rear to get. So there we go. Kind of see. It's I don't think that's what gnome armor looks like normally. I don't know. I don't really play gnome females very often, so let's pop the guys and see if it looks different as a dark elf. But this character was an ogre. Yeah, that's just generic plates, so that must be generic generic stuff there. But you can see fairly geared. Like I had a blast with this character actually. I almost I was probably a few pieces of gear away from soloing Zelandakar. I spent a lot of effort trying to do that, and I was trying to make a video out of it, but I never could get him all the way down before he killed me. So it was an interesting experiment. I might try to do it again with Zerd when I get him up there and just try to solo the group mission bosses and stuff like that, and get him. I think a raid weapon would have probably put me over the edge on that. I'm using some dumb. This is from the A10 Raw mission, I believe. It might drop from somebody else, but I think that's where I got it. You know, pretty nice, item, right? 16k HP. This is probably the best one I could get until tier 3. 18 ratio is pretty sweet, right? So definitely I had a good time with this character. I had a good time with this character for sure. And now it's just sits and collects dust. All right, who is next? Elira. So Elira X, because I took the name for another character. Her bags are full of junk. I wish I could send stuff to other characters, right? So I could send all this trade skill crap to Nomergard and just put it in his bank, but that takes time. I'm lazy. I already sold her gear. She used to be in, whatever tier COV tier 3. All my characters were pretty much on that because it was really easy to farm COV tier 3 gear. Like making the stuff, like you could go kill the undead Dracoliches in Western Waste, and they would drop a lot of materials that you needed to make the armor, and I just sat there and farmed that forever. And it was really easy to get the gear, so I think the whole thing, but I sold it all in the bazaar because I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to play this character on this account since I canceled it. Might as well strip them. And once it turned yellow, I sold it all off. But she's 100,000 overseer tokens. That's just crazy. But and those are tradable on Throne of Eyes, so it's just, if I ever feel like doing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 clicks, whatever it is, to send those to some other character, I will. But it's overly tedious. Might be able to just buy the items from the guy in the Plane of Knowledge to just give them to the other characters. But yeah, so 120 Cleric. Her UI is obviously not set up because I moved her over from Bristlebane, and I never played her after that. I just took her stuff. But definitely a bunch of spells and whatnot. It was fun. I liked using so I used the Cleric when things were too hard for me to box it very easily, right? So I'd throw the Cleric in there, and I could put more healing out for the group while the Shaman did what the Shaman needed to do, or I would just drop the Shaman and use the Cleric. I view them fairly interchangeable. That's a Beast Lord, but I view them fairly interchangeable. But if you need more healing, you want the Cleric for the more defensive. Let's see here. Who is this? Zula. Zula is my 120 Beast Lord. She had a different name that on Bristlebane. I don't remember what it was, but she was. I think she was in my videos, and I used her quite a bit. And she was a fun character, right? I made her as a Wood Elf Beast Lord. I thought that was a joke. I think she was a heroic character. Yeah, I did a heroic. I didn't waste my time leveling her from 1, but you know, pretty good. I think she's near max AA, right? 58,000. That's probably close. Can't buy anymore. It's a silver account, you know, right? So nothing really can do with that, which is, I think that's kind of unfortunate, right? That kind of hampers free-to-play characters from being useful. Is you can't spend AA, right? I don't know. It hampers it from being useful at all. Fun character, right? She had the same tier 3 gear as everybody else. I think she had a little bit more. I think she had the weapons and stuff from Terra of Luckland. But yeah, I sold all her junk. Had no reason to keep it around since she was one of the first I canceled. Let's see here. I got a few more to go. Glim Twist here. This is my 120 Rogue. She's a silver account, so I've meticulously saved and collected and farmed with no regard. Tier 1. I think, no, these are tier 1 or yeah, these have to be tier 1. And I believe these are Snow Squall is, I think. Yeah, this is Terror. What is it called? I can't even remember the name now. Torment of Velios. Yeah, so this is, you know, the tier 1 gear from that. You know, obviously not that great, right? But she can use it, and she can do it. I don't really have her set up right now because I moved her from Bristlebane. I never really played her. But, you know, she at least has gear that's usable, you know. I mean, she hits decent, I guess. I guess I would want to backstab, right? But I haven't done much with her. I was gonna use her to go like sneak around and pick up things, but I never finished getting any of this stuff. And I was gonna see if I could solo TBM missions with her, so I could try to get the Type 5 Augs, because she has no Type 5 Augs, right? They're all Prestige after TBM. And she has like no Augs at all because they're all Prestige, right? But I think TBM's the last expansion that has any of those things like that. But let's see here, auto skill, backstab. There, she didn't even have that set up. So let's see if we can get a backstab out of this. 17k, 27k. Not impressive damage wise. Not impressive. 20 damage times 4. Oh, 175,000 damage. You know, obviously not the best gear, not the best weapon. I think she's wearing. I think this is from Siren's Grotto, I think, in COV. I don't know. Yeah, because she might still have it on her. She has some faded waxing. I have the blood-soaked dagger somewhere. I don't know where that went. But one of my characters has a blood-soaked dagger. I don't know if those are prestige or not. And I have an ice-encrusted one on one of these guys. And then the ice-encrusted staff. Like, I've been collecting a lot of junk here and there. But, yeah. But, yeah, so this is my 120 Rogue. I'm not 100% really good at it yet. I didn't put a lot of time into it. So I kind of power leveled a lot of these characters to 120. And then I was working on gearing them up when I got bored and quit playing them all. But I think I used Yurd to power level most of these guys through missions and whatnot. And that's why he has probably so many AAs. This character, 37,000 AAs, so I have 14,000, you know, that's, you know, quite a bit, but, you know, not enough. Not enough. I think one day I might try this character out again. I think I'm like poisoning was the thing I was doing with this one. What is this? I have a Lucanite attacker source on me. Oh wow, I don't even remember getting that. That's kind of funny. I need to give that to Wani. But yeah, definitely a fun class. It doesn't fit for what I like. I like the monk. I feel like the more direct attacks and stuff like that. Let's see here. Who is this? Oh, this is Voxel X, aka used to be Voxel. But I had to rename him so I could get the other Voxel here. So Voxel X is my 120 warrior. He used to have gear. I sold it all when I canceled his account, but yeah, I did an Ixar warrior, and I actually, you know, he was pretty fun to play. I just didn't like it as much as the Shadow Knight for what I was doing in the group composition that I had. I can't remember. I think it was like warrior, the cleric, the mage, the druid, and somebody else. I think I have characters still not even logged in. Maybe not the Beast Lord, because I had the Beast Lord with the Shadow Knight. And yeah, it was fun. I just never got him geared enough to make it really fun, like where he could tank, you know, lots of things at once, and just really go at it. But you know, it's a fun class. I'm gonna roll another warrior soon, because this guy's obviously canceled, right? So it will definitely be a fun time when we do a warrior again. I really enjoyed playing Yurd on Yellowknack, but I had the wrong group composition. I think I have the perfect composition for a warrior, but we'll see. And so yeah, 120 warrior. I know some of it. I am not an expert at it. And who is this? This is Puku. I don't know. It's a random name from the troll generator. Gorgeous lady here. She is a 120 berserker. She's all in heroic gear right now because I sold all her other gear. Fun class. I tried to get pretty good at the berserker, but the way I box playing melee is painful. That's one of the reasons why the rogue didn't make it in my cut of characters, right? I like the rogue. It's a fun class, but the way I play, right, with auto follow and stuff like that, it doesn't really work on some of these characters, right? Like, I don't know, sure, hotbars aren't set up, but there are lots of things that need to happen for melee to be successful, and just half of that is getting right here and being next to the mob, and it's hard to do. It's really hard to get them all positioned correctly, right? And so boxing melee is just not what I like doing. Like Tawani, the only reason she does it is because I'm playing her primary, and the Shaman, the Bard melee, you know, is almost useless, but the Shaman, you know, like, they help Tawani, so that makes it easier for me to play. And it helps that, you know, a monk is like a mini tank. Like with certain disciplines, I can sustain tanking the names without trying now that I've figured out a lot of the synergies and stuff that I've been neglecting. And so, like, that's why I have these characters. You know, I power leveled a lot of them up from 85, and, you know, it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to, right? So it's definitely, you know, it took a lot of time and obviously a lot of money to get these things going, but gearing up a new character at 120 is a lot of work, right? Like this one I had in like almost full crafted gear. I think that's what I sold, but it's like time consuming. Like, especially I was doing it all on Bristlebane, where you couldn't trade like items after you make them, right? So that was even more painful to do. Right now here on Verant Vi, when like say Nomergard's done with his gear, like that raid earring, right? When I get the Knight of Shadow raid earring, if it's better than Minion 3, right? I can give it to the mage, I can give it to the beast lord, I can give it to the other mage, the other beast lord, right? Like it doesn't waste, right? I can give it to Voxel. Like I don't waste items, and that's one of the reasons why I like free trade. Is in my situation, and probably in a lot of people's situations, right, where you have multiple characters or you want to make money from that item and you can't because it's not tradable, which is a real shame, you know. Like this where is he at? This one, right? This Shaman, right? If you look at him, right, he's like got every single stamina hog from COV, like already, right? Now Nomergard doesn't have any of that, and they're, you know, you can't even, they're not tradable on normal servers, but they are here. So you know, it's just such a benefit of that. Let's see here. Where is Nomergard? There he is. Yeah, Trophian. Look at this guy. He's a trade skill machine, and I still haven't maxed him out. That's how sad this is. At what, 377 tailoring, 365, 364 blacksmithing, and nothing. It's time consuming. I've been trying to get these trophies up too. Like I've spent like probably millions of platinum trying to get this trophy up, just in making jewelry and stuff like that. And I'll throw it on the auction house, right? Because now, like, if you make the tier 3, let me see here. If you go like in, I think gather garlic is gonna be one. Collect reward. Like, so you can get the Terra Lucklin resources now from the Overseer missions, right? So that really makes things a lot easier. You can get every other expansion all the way back to, I think Seeds of Destruction is the oldest one here. I can't. Yeah, so you can get all the trade skills, like items, pretty easy. And then buying the ore, I probably have some on me. If not, it's in my trade skill box. But the ore on Verant Vi is only like 50k, so you can like right out of the box get you know, tier 3 on a character really easy if you're willing to spend the platinum. And if you can solo the names, you know, you can go get more ore really easy. The group missions are guaranteed ore, but the names have a chance. But yeah, so it's been easier to gear them up now. So I've been trying to do that on the characters I'm going to keep around and whatnot. But I kind of this, you know, just was like a meta video, right? I'm talking about things like, you know, just got a few comments on the videos, like, you know, I know I don't have a wizard. There is a wizard. He's just not here because he's on the Nomergard account, I believe. Maybe the druid account, but like, he's, you know, going to be there, and I'll eventually have him up and get him his epic or whatever and all that stuff. We'll see all that unfold on how, you know, a wizard plays. But I've heard enough about how a wizard plays that I don't need to play a wizard to know that they're not in a good place, right? And I think this is like every class. I can't think of anything here that's not here, right? Paladin is on Zerd's account now. He's a 100. Holdridge is a 100 heroic character. I can't play multiple tanks at the same time, so I put them all in the same account. Like it's I don't know why I was doing a account per character, and that's why I, you know, have so many characters, right? But now I'm kind of streamlining that to all the Shamans go on one account, all the Bards go on one account, all the tanks go on one account, right? So trying to streamline that a little bit. But yeah, definitely, you know, just a meta video kind of, you know, explaining that I do have all these characters. I don't know, I feel like some people didn't believe me, even though like there's a whole video series dedicated to me playing these characters. I think I stopped making videos on Yurd though for a while. I think I got like, I burned out on YouTube or something like that, and I stopped making videos. But yeah, so they all exist, and they're all, you know, characters I've played them for a while, right? You know, like I know Shaman, I know Bard, I know Shadow Knight, druid, mage, bard, rogue, Beast Lord, Necromancer is probably one of my favorite ones though. But you know, I've played them all. I don't know what class I'm missing, if anything. There's a ranger. I think ranger's missing. Yeah. I have a heroic ranger on one of these accounts that is gonna go with the heroic paladin. I just haven't started pushing that series out yet. I don't even remember which one these are, but yeah. So I don't know, just a video. It's like 40 minutes of me just rambling about my characters and stuff. So I don't expect anybody to actually watch this, but if you did watch this, thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.